Alrighty.
You start rapping.
Okay, so for today's discussion, boys and girls,
Where's the girl?
Girls.
we're going
Mark the girl?
to
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
Yes.
we're going to discuss the chapter 1 to chapter 3.
No, chapter 4.
Chapter 2. Chapter 1 to 2.
What's 4?
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Okay, chapter
Wait.
1 to 4.
Whatever, just
Okay,
whatever
It's 1
you know.
to 2.
Okay. So our first discussion question is, how does Fitzgerald's choice of time frame and setting influences the meaning of the novel so far? Novel. So, okay, I'll start it off then. So, you know, as you guys know, the story sets at 1920, and that is known as the Jazz Age. So, it is a time where America was going through a rapid economic, social, and cultural social change. But it was also a time of growing wealth for the people that are new money, like, what's that guy's name?
Gatsby or Buchanan?
No, new money.
No, New Money. Which one is New Money again? Oh,
Nick's new money.
Nick.
Yeah.
I thought he was Old Money. Like
Nick
Nick,
is
Tom,
old.
and Daisy were Old Money. Because they actually.
So
yeah,
Nick's
New
so
Money
Nick's
is
new
like-
money?
No, Nick
Oh,
is
wait.
old. Cause
No,
they're
New Money is when
married,
you. No. Nick
Yeah,
is-
Nick's new.
Yeah,
Wait,
one.
you?
Nick's New Money.
Yeah, Nick's new money.
Because he worked for.
Yeah, okay.
He traded stocks or
I don't know if
invested
people
in
mean-
bonds.
Okay, and also for the old money elites like Gatsby, who was like living the lavish lifestyle, as we all know. And do you guys have anything to add?
Well, I mean, it was during the time like after the war when they all came back. Everyone started partying because they were just happy to be alive. Like, oh, we made it through the war. We can do whatever the hell we want, and you know they just start partying, spending shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And it was also economic growth. So almost everyone or a lot of people were rich, and the people who were rich spent it immensely. Like used almost all their money up, you know, just partying. I mean, look at Fitzgerald. He spent like 32K a month.
Oh shoot!
And like
for a month.
Yeah, and most, which is like, that's today's money, right? 32,000 a month.
Crap.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that was a lot.
that is
Yeah,
a lot. Do you have any connections, Reno, to the book so far
Oh yeah.
about the time frame or settings?
Yes, Nick. I can make a connection to Nick and I, because like Nick, he just moved to a new place,
Oh yeah.
and I was once like him when I moved to Canada. I don't have any friends.
Yeah, like Theo
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Wait, you're.
I was born here.
Yeah, we're born right. Okay, so Theo was, yeah.
Nick and I were willing to make friends and travel around my new place. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like visiting your new friends or visiting malls with your new friends. I mean, it was hard for you too, right, Virgilio? Like.
Yeah, I mean, to contrast to him, like I was born here, but
Yeah.
I was always like a loner. Like I didn't
Oh
want
my
to.
god.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, no,
My
I
bad.
didn't want to like. I didn't want to talk to people because I had my own things. I was interested in my own business, like doing my own thing, kind of like Nick, like the way he is.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he
he's
doesn't get involved with Jay Gatsby himself.
Yeah,
He
that
just-
is true.
Gatsby comes to him, but he does have an interest in Gatsby. You know, just
Yeah,
looking at him off into the lake or whatever.
that is true. How about you, Mark? Do you have any symbols? Symbols? Anything so far? Like, do you want to make any symbols? Do you have any symbols at all?
Alright, the symbol that I chose for my first one is the green light.
Oh yeah, the green light in chapter 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Near, at the end of chapter 1.
Okay. Yeah.
It represents Gatsby's hopes and dreams for the future. Gatsby also associates it with Daisy. He reaches, in chapter 1, he reaches towards it in the darkness as a guiding light to lead him to his goal.
Oh, so like you're saying that Daisy's like the green light?
No.
No, or like the
He's,
symbol.
he's trying to reach Daisy.
Oh, he's trying to reach Daisy.
I
Yeah,
think I
'cause-
saw the pizza guy.
The cash.
Alright, let's
the
continue,
cash-
guys.
Alright, so. Nah, I wanted it. Alright. So, we talked about Mark's symbol that Daisy. No, Gatsby.
Reaches the green light
Yeah, tries
as
to
a,
reach the.
as a hope to
reach
reach his dreams.
Yeah.
Like this is even symbolized like with the current chapter, where we found out that Jay Gatsby purposely chose his house to be right across from Daisy's,
That's a good point.
and the green light just so happens to be right across from Jay Gatsby's. So both Daisy and that green light are kind of like representative of each other.
Yeah, and like what Mr. Jenkins said, there's like no spoilers. So like in chapter 5, doesn't Daisy visit Gatsby or like the reunion or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
What Gatsby, and Gatsby was like all over her and like trying to show off the mansion and everything else. But at the end of the chapter, he then realizes that it's pretty unrealistic or like practically impossible, cause like you know, Daisy has a husband now. It's not like, you know, she's still single or anything. But you know, we never know. We never know what might happen. You know.
I mean, ironically enough, Tom is also cheating on Daisy with Myrtle, right?
Oh yeah, shit.
So they're both technically cheating on each other while they're still like together.
Which is pretty bad. All right. Second question that we can do. Oh yeah, it did good for Mark too. How does Fitzgerald describe East Egg and West Egg as symbols of old money versus new money? So I'll start off again. And I just want to say that as the story starts, Fitzgerald already describes the area, homes, and even the people to set up the class theme that comes up through the story, throughout the story. And West Egg is described as the less fashionable, like what we were arguing if Nick was West Egg or New Egg or Old Money or whatever that is. So Fitzgerald just described him. Fitzgerald describes the West Egg as less fashionable and without any, their fashion is nothing compared to Old Money, right? Then East Egg he tries to symbolize the East Egg as like the old money elites, and which is like Tom, Gatsby, and Daisy.
Wait, no,
Wait, is Gatsby
Old money.
Gatsby's old money. Because
I thought Tom is old money.
I think Tom is new
Oh, wait.
money. 'Cause-
No way, Tom is old money.
Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Tom's old money.
Yeah.
Tom is
Yeah.
old money, right?
We could probably look that up later. You know.
Okay.
edit that out.
Yeah. Okay.
Come back to that.
Alright. So yeah, do you guys have anything to add about the East Egg and West Egg symbols?
I mean, I feel like that they're also kind of like separating like their personalities, because if you look at Tom is more like accepting, or he seems more accepting of like other people, while Tom is like kind of like racist. I mean,
Oh yeah.
during chapter 1 or 2, I believe, he was talking about how everyone but like natural whites are, you know, below them, and whites like them have to look out for themselves.
Yeah,
I mean, if
He's
you look at
racist, man.
like page 12, paragraph 2, he says that civilization is going to pieces because those other races are you know, they see that they're invading their own culture.
Yeah.
And how he has to beat them down, how they have to beat them down, you know, to show them their place.
Yeah.
And this highlights how much of a racist character he is.
Yeah, he's really racist, yeah. And Reynold, do you have any
And
other
kind of a womanizer. I mean, he beats Myrtle.
Oh yeah, he also beats Myrtle.
Yeah.
Do you have any other connections, Reynold?
Yeah, our connection to the other writings, Tom's philosophy, is the same as the philosophy of many people in the Heart of Darkness. They both believe that it's up to the dominant race to watch out for those other races. Oh, wait, what? To watch out, or these other races will have control of things. Um, they're both referencing to African Americans because it's an era where slaves were a thing.
Oh, yeah. Also in Heart of Darkness, the British were the dominant race, right?
Or just generally
just
white
white.
people.
Just maybe
White.
oh, generally
French.
white. And then like even here in Great Gatsby, the whites.
No. No, it's good. It's good.
Okay, in Great Gatsby, it was still the whites, right?
Mhm.
And Rena actually made a good point that I didn't even notice that. What the heck? That the whites in both literatures, though we didn't finish Out of Darkness, but still, we still read it, and then I didn't really get to connect both of them as the white thought that there's only one race dominant
Yeah,
in
like,
the story, right?
like in comparison to Great Gatsby, there's only one scene like so far where you see two black people, which was in which was when Gatsby and Nick were driving into town across the bridge. They saw like these two
Oh.
black people in like a car.
Yeah.
No, I don't know
wait,
whether or not.
I swear they were ordering.
Carrying
I swear they were ordering like prostitutes. Or some shit. I thought they were ordering prostitutes.
I mean, they were not. They were in like a fancy car. I don't know if they were either chauffeurs or whether they owned it or not, because blacks weren't like. But at the time, black people weren't known to be rich, or even if they were very rare.
Good point.
Like if you go back in like 1920, you wouldn't see like a rich black guy like around at all.
There were
I don't
multiple
even think
slaves.
there was. It isn't stated in the book, but it would be safe to assume that other than maybe like a famous sports player or someone like with really high influence, there were no black people at any of Jay Gatsby's parties.
Mm-hmm. They're all whites.
Yeah, it'd be safe to assume so.
How about you, Mark? Do you have any other symbols that you can tell us? Any. It doesn't have to be particular in this topic.
It's the Valley of Tears.
I mean,
Ashes.
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 Fuck.
Value.
This is-
Okay, buddy. Okay.
This is a Christian
Yeah.
discussion.
Who? Valley of Ashes.
Okay,
My
yeah.
bad. Okay, so it represents the moral and social decay that results from the uninhibited pursuit of wealth, as the rich indulge themselves with regards for nothing but their own pleasure.
You read a script for this?
Yeah. But still. So, can you summarize what you were saying? Because I wasn't really paying attention. Okay. Okay, what I heard was,
I don't know, man. But I don't know.
it represents the moral and social decay that results from the uninhibited pursuit of wealth. So, basically, Valley of Ashes is basically the dump of.
It's like the waste of
That's the word. Sorry.
it's like
The
the
waste,
waste of
yeah.
like the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah,
So
and it is where the poverty is throughout the story, right? Yeah. Let's move on to the next question. Oh, okay. This is something about what you said, Regional. How does Tom's behavior toward Myrtle at the party portray the theme of class that Fitzgerald talked about in this novel? So, I'll start it off again. That at the secret apartment that Tom keeps for himself and Myrtle, while everyone was getting all drunk, Myrtle kept on shouting Daisy, which is Tom's wife. And what did Tom do? Breaks her nose.
breaks her nose.
That was so unexpected.
Was it like a punch or a slap? Because
No, that was
Punch.
yeah,
It
it
was
was a punch, right?
straight like a punch. But I guess it kind of like portrays how he treats others like not in his class or race.
Yeah, and I
as
just want to
lower.
add, he's very ego.
Ego.
Egotistic.
Yeah, egotistical.
Yeah.
Ego. Did you say something right?
And it also highlights how much of like a womanizer he is. Because
Yeah.
I don't think that he knew that Daisy didn't want to be with him, or even if he did, he didn't show it.
I'm pretty sure. You know.
Pretty
You know
sure
the evening. I mean the wedding night.
Yeah, the wedding night where
Yeah.
Daisy was crying. I don't think he knew.
Yeah, I don't think he knew as well.
But even if he did, I think he'd probably still go on with the wedding. But other than that, it's easily shown how much of like a racist womanizer he kind of is, because he beats Myrtle, doesn't care
Yeah,
that
he
much
beats,
about,
like-
he beats Myrtle, doesn't care
An
that much
actual
about
punch,
Daisy,
eh?
doesn't care that much about like Daisy, because you don't see them interact that much in the story, even though they're married like 3 times.
Like 3 times. Reno, do you have any other connections? I mean, yeah, connections. To anyone else? How about, okay, doesn't have to be Reno only, okay? That we can connect. Like, did you guys have any experiences?
Did you ever beat a woman before?
Yeah.
Yo, chill, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, you did, Reno?
What?
Wait,
No,
okay,
no,
go.
no.
No, okay, go.
Okay.
I can make a connection to Myrtle.
Okay.
Oh,
Myrtle to wait, what? Myrtle.
I like where this is going.
Did you get beaten up too? By your dad? By your mom?
I can
Mark,
relate
calm
her
down,
to
man.
many kids and adults to these days because
Oh!
they're
Okay.
they're putting a fake upfront to fit in the society
Mm-hmm.
or just to fit in the group of friends.
Yeah. And also, what Reno said about like adults and kids, there's still domestic abuse, right? Like, I mean, it's not really because of like
They don't
class or anything,
like.
but
Yeah, it's just that they're putting in a line discipline. I mean,
I mean,
almost
discipline is fine. It's just that.
yeah. I mean, like everyone here has been beaten at least. Well, not like beaten, but like slapped hard
Oh yeah.
at least once by their
Yo,
parents.
No.
at least once. Mark.
Dude, Mark.
Come on, buddy. No.
Guaranteed, you have belt
Yeah.
at least once.
Mhm.
Yeah. More than one.
But yeah, I mean, Reno made a good point about trying to fit in, right? Come on, let's all be honest. We always want to fit in, right?
No.
Even.
I don't want to.
Okay, buddy.
I'm a loner.
Yeah, like what he said. But
Yeah,
yeah.
sure, I'm a loner, but I do have a close group of friends at least. But
Mhm.
it's just
Same.
I'm an introvert,
Same.
so I just want to stay at home and do my own thing. I wouldn't mind going out with them, but if I were to go out with like anyone else, I'd be like, no, prefer not to.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll just come back to what I said that we always want to fit in, and it'll be nice that just socializing and everything else, right? And we can go on.
I do not like.
Last question. Oh shoot. Okay, this is the question that I want you guys to listen. Okay, what are some examples of elite characters who behaves badly that could support the idea that wealth and free time have led to moral breakdowns by degradation of society? So, what I mean by this is that, okay, I'll use Tom an example, like what Mark said. He has the time and wealth to be egotistical? Yeah,
Egotistic.
yeah, egotistic, because, dude, he's just rich, and he has the money.
And
To
he
do
has the time.
Yeah, he has the time as well to do everything he wants.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
what does he not want to do?
Yeah, like there are a lot of people, in the book who just kind of throw money at their problems. Like, almost everyone says, "Oh, you don't want to get on Jay Gatsby's bad side," but when people do, or when Jay Gatsby gets on someone else's bad side, he just kind of throws money at them, like just gives them a gift or something.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a- it's
Oh,
a-
it's with Jordan Baker, the thing.
Yeah. Wait, what do you do with Jordan?
Wait, not with Jordan Baker. The other woman that he ripped a dress of, and then he gave a dress.
Yeah, he gave like a new dress.
Yeah, like a new dress thing. Yeah.
Like sure, it's kind of out of kindness, but he kind of does like to just toss money at his
Yeah,
problems.
and like.
And it kind of leads to his personality.
Yeah, I feel like he wants to keep up that reputation. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's why he's always so happy because he's just so ridiculously rich. That's why he's always like kind of joking about everything.
Yeah.
Because he's been led to think that he could just throw money at his problems, like you just buy a new car or something,
Yeah, which is
or
true.
bribe them
Mhm.
or whatever.
But yeah, how about you, Mark? Do you have any connections that you can think about? Even like, what do you think whenever you have? Okay, what would you do if you have the wealth and the time, other than play games and stream?
Have fun.
Just buy all the video games.
Have fun.
Yeah, have fun. Like what? Like, aren't you gonna be like, oh, I'm rich as hell, so I'll just do whatever I want? Isn't that something that you would like
Yeah.
think? Exactly. So isn't that like something to connect to Jay Gatsby?
But I'm not
Not-
rich.
not
so-
Jake.
Like imagine they're so bored that they'll just be like, you know what? I'm gonna buy 50 trumpets.
Yeah,
It's like,
and they're not like without purpose.
Yeah.
Just nothing.
You just buy stuff. I mean, they don't have to have ridiculously large houses, other than just to show other people, look at me, I'm rich, you're not,
Mhm.
or like stuff like that. I mean, look at Nick. Nick just lives in a small cottage. I mean, he's not really rich, but I'm certain he has the money to buy like a bigger house and like upkeep it. But he prefers to live in a small cottage because he even has a maid, like what was it, the Finnish maid?
Oh yeah. But
If he has enough money for a maid, then he'd probably have enough money for. He might have enough money to get a little better house, like not something like Jay Gatsby level of better house, but something a little.
yeah, it'll be like bigger or like spacious, right? But yeah, I'll tell you guys what I wrote.
In this essay, I will.
In this essay, I will talk about. Oh, never mind. I talked about Gatsby's party. The two women that they were talking about, and the ripping of the dress.
Yeah.
Talked about that. Oh, yeah. You guys remember the Gatsby's party when like there was like a slow mo song that like every woman like went to like random man's arms. Then after it's done, it's like every single woman is like mad at each other or like at the husband, but that's because they have the time and the wealth to spend on. Why would they be in a party and go on some random man's arm when they're like already married, right?
Mhm.
So what's the point of doing that?
It's either
That's what
for
I'm
the
saying.
fun or they have like some kind of like secret intention to cheat. I mean, look at Tom and Daisy. Like Daisy's cheating on Tom with Gatsby,
Mhm.
and Tom is cheating on Daisy with Myrtle.
Which is true. And I'm done my questions. Do you guys have anything to add?
Okay, so I chose like okay, whatever. I chose like a couple of passages from the book that kind of highlight how each character has their own trait. I mean, a lot of the difference between the men and the women, the like with the women with the other women, they're kind of all like the same, like kind of like cookie cutter. Like they're all kind of gossipy. They're all kind of like they're all kind of like pompous, like a little rich. They always tell rumors about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, with the men are almost vastly different. Like in contrast from Jay Gatsby to Tom Buchanan, Jay is like extremely rich, always likes to like have parties and stuff. While Tom is more of like a man's man. He kind of does his own thing, while being he does his own thing. As I can't think of the word for it, but what I do know is that he's more gruff than Gatsby. Gatsby's kind of like Gatsby's kind of like the young punk.
Yeah, and
while
he's like
Tom
pretty chill
Buchanan
too,
is
right?
like Tom Buchanan is kind of like the strict elder.
But that's pretty true, and what we're trying to say is that if you have too much money or wealth, you might end up like Tom, beating up other people. Just saying.
That's the conclusion.
And that's the conclusion.
GG.
Don't get hurt.
Imagine if we find out it wasn't recording.